Thank you, Daddy. I knew you wouldn't say no.
Business Mommy Professional Minute.
Yeah. What's the best piece of Sonic music, and why is it Marble Zone?
I was gonna say Green Hill Zone. But...
Oh my god, why are you right?
I want you guys to know that that's the first sounds that people heard outside of music.
Was Dallas asking about the Sonic soundtrack?
Yeah.
If you guys could see face cams right now, he is jamming to Sonic right now.
He is. I wish I could
Guys.
show you, but other people's faces would.
It's
be
really
distorted.
good.
Guys, the Sonic OST slaps. Don't make no sense how good that goddamn hedgehog has it.
Has anyone seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
No, I still haven't.
No.
Okay.
I'm afraid that seeing Idris Elba's Knuckles will awaken something in me.
So scared. And I, within the first 5 minutes of the
Honestly.
first Sonic movie, was way too inebriated to consume it. Watched Sonic like zip down to a place that is not Nebraska. And I was like, no. And I turned over and I fell asleep for 2 hours.
No.
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 Mm.
I don't need this today.
Nope. And you know, saying no is really a form of self-care in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. You cannot receive what you want as long as you are continuing to say yes to things that you do not want.
I would also
Got a
like to put
Bubble in my
the
throat when I finish that. What?
I would like to put the Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic 2 OST in the running for.
Mm.
I'm
excellent-
not saying it's not great. Like there are a lot that are really fucking good, but just Marvel Zone is so good.
Yeah, I'm currently bopping to the Chemical Plant Zone.
Oh fuck, this is gonna be the whole stream. I just want everyone on stream to know. I am going to be listening to Sonic the whole time. So just if you see me like bob my head a little bit or kind of like zone out for a minute, mind your fucking business. All right.
Arxie has said that Sonic is a gateway drug to furry stuff, and that's okay.
He would. He's a fucking degenerate.
They're bad games.
Whoa! What?
Oh.
1, 2, and 3 are great.
I
Okay.
will
Yes, because those
gladly-
are actually like Sonic.
Yeah.
I will give you. I will so give you that. That like the actual Sonic games. Those are good games. Like those are foundational games.
You don't like Sonic Hero?
You can't even finish
Don't
that
even.
without asking.
You cannot finish that. I can't do. You can't finish Sonic Heroes, Sonic Boom, like.
Oh, so
Oh, and then the
bad.
fucking Sonic. Then for the whole Hollywood industry, they have the audacity to not make Travis Willingham Knuckles. Like Idris Elba's great as Knuckles. I'm sure he's great, but it's not Travis.
Like the more work Idris Elba gets, the better off the world is. But
Yes,
I would
the
also
higher
like to
we climb
throw-
into our ascension.
I would also like to throw the Nintendo GameCube classic Shadow the Hedgehog in the running for.
I really
terrible
thought you were
fucking
gonna
games.
try and make the valid point of Sonic Adventure 2, which is a valid point for a good Sonic game. But then you had to go ahead and say the other one, didn't you?
Oh yeah, 100%. Shadow the Hedgehog is
Oh
terrible. and I
man,
played
I'm
the
so
hell out of it.
grateful to have finally found the person that is gonna like. I'm gonna have sit down with me while I berate a Sonic game for being a bad game.
I got time.
Nothing but. Absolutely.
I
nothing.
think
Content.
we should all how to politely say this on phrase or how to phrase this on stream. I think we should all get to a higher level of the house and then play a bunch of Sonic games together as a group. I think that would be a great time.
You know what, I
Smoke weed
actually
every
do
day. Just kidding, guys.
Nothing makes
I don't give a
sense.
fuck about political correctness. Do drugs.
Do drugs. So, very specific drugs. Don't,
Right.
don't
There
do all
were-
of
There
them.
are some
There
no-fly
were
zone drugs, but
medical marijuana people at the DMV,
I mean,
They're like, please
and I
sign
forgot
this.
to sign for them.
Please sign this.
Hi, hot wife.
Hot Wife has arrived. She brought me cookies.
Hot Wife has arrived.
Do you tell
I
about a
wish I had
fun
any
crumble
cookies.
thing that we do every week?
So, at her work, her and the girls, every week they get crumble cookie,
Okay.
and
It's
Yes.
good. It's a good fucking cookie.
and
God
since
damn
my
it.
wife loves me so goddamn much, she brings me a sample of each of the cookies that they try.
Okay, but what do you have today?
What do I have today? I had the chocolate peanut butter one with a brownie cookie.
This is now a crumble
Then there's
cookie
the,
eat
the
cast.
vanilla Oreo.
I haven't had the vanilla Oreo.
That one, the cookie itself has crumbled up vanilla Oreos in it. So you get chunks of the cookie inside a cookie with the frosting of that cookie.
I fucks with that.
With the then frosting and crumbles on top of it.
Someone get
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
We got a cookieception. Holy shit.
And then there's a
Sir,
coconut key lime or key lime coconut one, a maple syrup cinnamon roll one, and then
There's the confetti one.
the confetti one that was really good. They had a Peachios one. Oh my god, we had that a couple weeks ago. It was bomb. And then like a couple months before that, I had a Sour Patch Kid one. The best cookie ever. So good.
I will say, at one point I was brought a cookie butter. No, it wasn't cookie butter. The cookie butter was just dry.
Yeah.
There was a cookie dough cookie. It was a chocolate
yeah.
chip cookie with chocolate chip cookie dough frosting on top.
It's good.
It was very good, but it's a redundant cookie.
It feels
It's
like
an
a chicken
extremely
omelet.
redundant cookie.
It's an extremely redundant cookie. I liked it.
Uh,
Don't get me
have
wrong.
you? We swung by to get my mother-in-law some cookies for her birthday at the end of
Mhm.
May, and we were able to get like the pink donut cookie,
Pink
which was
donut
just a
cookie.
sugar cookie with like
Okay.
pink frosting. And Brandon went out to like the car to get a little bit of ours, and we shared it with our niece because she's not allergic to eggs. Her brother is, and there were eggs in the cookie. And she took some of the cookie and she just looked at us like her whole world had changed and expanded. And for a second, I felt bad. And then I remembered I'm the aunt. I gotta take care of you afterwards.
That means you get the out.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I can honestly say that I prefer crumble cookie to insomnia cookie. Insomnia is very good.
I do not know what insomnia cookie is.
Is that the one by Westport?
Yeah, there's one in Westport, there's one in Des Moines, there's one in
They make some
Okay.
good
major
fucking
places
cookies.
in Colorado. I
So-
can't remember if it's Denver or Fort Collins.
Fun story about Insomnia Cookie. We had gone down to see Run the Jewels in Kansas City a few years back. It was an amazing trip. And we were staying in the hotel in Westport, and it was at this point, like, the people that went were degenerates, right? Like, I
Right.
want to make that perfectly clear. Like,
well, you
nobody,
were a part of the group, so
yeah, nobody that went was like on the up and up, right? Like, we're all bad people in
We're
our
all
own
bad
ways.
people.
And we all,
okay,
that is a
well,
lie.
and we all
That's-
drink a lot.
I will agree that
So-
your friends are rascals, but they are not all bad people.
All right, fine.
I
So they
like
all-
rascals.
They all party fucking hard, is what I'm getting at here, right? There was not a lightweight
yes.
amongst us. And we're going, and we're going, and we're going, and we're going. And I'm like, I don't even know who the first one to bitch out is going to be. Like, this is actually kind of interesting. I know it's not me. I'm going to be fine. I'm definitely closing this motherfucker down. But I do want to see which one of you people at the breakneck shot pace we're going is going to have to bow out. And so, like, I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking. And finally, one of my friends, God bless her heart, is like, I literally cannot drink anymore. I have to go back to the hotel. And 6 other people were like, yeah, we got to go.
Because they
Everybody
were
was
waiting for one person.
Person to fuck off, right? Everybody had the same idea. And so, like,
Because they're cowards.
Right. The true degenerates, the real fucking scum of the earth, all 4 of us continued to drink until past close and almost got invited to an after party at a bartender's, but we realized that we definitely would not be up in time the next day to get on the cars to go home. So we were like, we're not doing that. But we did go to Insomnia Cookie, and I think I got like a cookie. I think my friend got a cookie. The third person didn't get anything. And then the last friend, and I was not even cognizant of this because they were taking so damn long to do whatever they were doing. Everyone else would like left them to go back to the hotel. So I wake up the next morning, and that person is my roommate as we're waiting. So I wake up the next morning and I'm looking around the room and I'm just like, oh, why does it smell like cookies? And I'm like, oh crap, did I like leave my cookie out? Is there like cookie crumbs on the bed? What happened? And I see this fucking box on the dresser in my room, and I lift it up, and it is not like kind of full of cookies. I mean like brimming to the top of a box this big of cookies. And I was like, what the fuck did you do? And he's like, I just really wanted cookies, man. He bought 48. 48 cookies. So on the drive back home from Kansas City, everybody
Fucking math problem.
everybody in the van, because there was I think 6 of us that were riding that van, everybody in the van had like 3 cookies each, and there was still so many goddamn cookies left.
I just have to pause real quick and say that when Sarah laughs so hard and so high that it clips their mic, and then they don't even like, they're still in that mode and they're trying to talk and it's still clipped. Absolute gold.
Don't witness me.
Too late, we're on face cams.
I will perceive you at least once a week.
I won't shame anybody and name names, but God,
I feel like you
what a
should
good
definitely
story.
drop them names in the chat, though.
I had a little bit of beef with Insomnia Cookie because I ate a chocolate chip cookie from there one time, and instead of like it taking its time to get into my system and do its thing, before I even finished the fucking cookie, like I had maybe 2 bites, and that shit immediately gave me heartburn. Thank you, my love.
Your bloodline is weak and it will not survive the winter.
Already passed on his genetics.
She says hi.
Hi.
Also muted.
Also, bestie. Hi, bestie.
Amanda,
I miss all of you so much. Also,
I want to come see
you guys
you. Let's
are
road trip
going
to
to be
Kansas
invited to
City.
Judy's birthday party, so suck it, losers.
I love how she throws that out like it's a
I may have
challenge
to make
and
some
not a
goodie
welcome.
bags because I'm making goodie bags for the kids. And there's gonna be like hatchable dinosaurs in there.
Bitch!
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you. Home running.
Amanda, we can't hear you, my love.
Not at all.
Now you can.
Now you.
There it is.
Oh, there you are.
I've just been talking very quietly and not talking at all
Okay.
because I didn't want to interrupt.
You were at one point you were laughing, and I was very confused because I was like, "Why
It's
is
very
there no sound?"
unnerving. It's
It was
so
the quiet
unnerving.
laughter.
It's so upsetting for some reason.
Also,
Wait,
I just want
what?
to take this time really quick to apologize to everyone. I am so sorry for being late. I thought this was going to be a little quicker than it was, and then it wasn't, but it wasn't something I could leave early for, but I appreciate your patience with me.
How did the
It was
thing go?
venue stuff, right?
It was venue stuff, yeah. This might be the venue we pick.
Really?
Ooh.
Well, yeah, because so we've reached out to 4 venues. I don't know if anybody else wants to hear about this.
That's fine.
Go on.
I don't care.
I
do.
always want to hear this
Yeah.
shit again because I think the first shit that you got is like so ludicrous.
I'm
that I-
still fucking steamed about that. But we reached out to 4 venues in total. The first couple of times we reached out just through email. Like, if you list your email on your company's website, my assumption is you're going to answer it. The first company we reached out to was our top pick because we liked their food and we knew they had an event space and we knew they had done weddings and receptions before. And they even specify we do weddings and receptions in our venue. I sent him an email, very clear, like this is what I was looking for. These are some of the dates that I had in mind, but we're also very flexible because I'm not going hard on a date until I know that the venue is going to work out. I got a 1-sentence response from them saying, we are not taking reservations for 2023 at this time.
That's it.
Reservation. Like,
A
do you think I'm talking
venue
about dinner?
For weddings is not doing reservations in June the year before. Like, John's
Wow.
already booked a wedding in 2025, and that's just the band. Like,
That's
What?
3 years
Yes,
from
Shannon
now.
and on.
so I was mad about that, and then nobody
Well,
else would
shit, I'm
respond to
not.
my like regular emails, so I actually had to use the Knot, which I was not super happy about. But there was a venue that we messaged both through email and through the Knot. Never heard from them, so fuck them. Then we got an immediate response from someone I had not previously reached out to before. Got a walkthrough planned pretty quickly. It was a lovely space. It's in the Haymarket area, so it'd be really easy to just step outside and do pictures. Only problem is it's a little too big because we're looking at
Mhm.
like 100 to 120 for a wedding, and like most options are like we seat 350. So cool. I have this giant space. They're like, you can fill it up with like a dance floor. It's like we're doing afternoon cocktails. Nobody's and if they're dancing, it's their own
Like,
thing. Like it's not
The
going to be a
idea of
dance.
your fiance doing anything longer than 4 hours, like, absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
Not my guy.
I know that man. I've been bros with that man for quite a long time now,
Yeah.
and I was also working with you while he tried to talk about something about the weddings, and I saw your fucking face, and I was like, oh, he's really into it now. He really don't like it.
It works in
But
the wedding
also-
industry. No matter
Well-
what you try to do to make your wedding unique, it's all the same.
It's all been
All the
done.
bridesmaids have the same. And she's my
It's
best
all
friend.
been
It's
done.
basic.
She's my ride or die. And all the groomsmen are trying to do their type 5 in a situation that is not appropriate for the type 5 that they're given. But they're going to do it anyways. So it always
because
ends
he
up
could get
being
married
a
in
little
his
too
parents' backyard.
uncomfortable. Yeah, could do it in somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
That's what the other
But we'll
Amanda and Noah
probably
did.
pick this place. So.
Yeah.
Because we like their food.
Yeah, good place.
Good place. It's a very nice place. It's in a basement, so it'll keep cool if it ends up being too hot in May.
Nice.
Big fan.
Big fan of it.
I'm so grateful to the practicality of the two of you as a relationship to not just meet at one day and then get engaged on the same day, but then also get married pretty much the same day. So it's like, it's our anniversary.
Actually, on top of that, though, the first venue that we really liked that ended up being a little too big only had availability on Friday, May 12th, but this one still has May 13th available, which is the day we got engaged and our first Tinder date. So makes it really easy to remember anniversaries.
Full
John is a
circle.
lucky son of a bitch.
He truly is.
It really is.
His mother is not a bitch.
Sagittarius luck.
She is a great person.
She is a lovely person.
Please let me still come
It's that
to Shakespeare on the
Sagittarius
Green.
luck, my guy. I've been
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
I've been
We had
rolling this
friends-
D20 randomly for the last 20 minutes, and I've not rolled below a 10.
Nice.
We had friends who they got married on their
I'm still in ears.
10-year
I know.
They got a
anniversary.
2.
On their 10-year anniversary?
so they had been dating for 10 years, got married on their 10-year anniversary, which also happened to be the day before all of everything shut down because of the panorama.
Wow.
Oh, that's lucky. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was
That's
wild.
perfect timing.
And Hot Wife actually officiated that wedding out of a Dungeon Master's
That's I
guide.
remember the DM guide.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry we can't get married this year. May 13th is a Tuesday, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it just worked out that next year it's on a Saturday, so you know.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Hey you guys,
Am I-
sometimes we play
speaking
D&D.
of- yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm sorry for
Speaking
taking
of
over.
weddings,
Speaking of
Yeah.
weddings, my dice guy had one.
Speaking of mysteries,
My dice guy has one of those too.
yeah. So, what all do you guys remember from last time?
I
have
turned into
notes.
a dog and attacked Dolly and Lou.
him dog.
Him dog sometimes.
But that was before the wedding ceremony. Post wedding
Yes.
ceremony, he was pretty human as far as I could tell.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. I was just a guy,
He's just a guy.
Just a happy guy.
Hi.
a freshly married guy.
Very happy guy.
PC and PC, not just PC, but yes, PC marriage.
And then the professor was missing. He's in a foggy place. He has no clue where he is. And then we found out all that shit about a soul forge. And that got confusing.
Yep.
Love that.
Oh,
I love
I need
that
my
for us.
tablet.
My favorite is that Amanda and I also ended up having a meeting in between to talk about her character's family tree stuff. So
I get back and she leaves? What the fuck?
she needed to go get her.
All right, well then, fuck this.
Fuck this.
Put your goddamn headphones
It sounded
back
like
on,
something
McMurphy, you
broke.
son of a bitch.
Fuck this shit. I'm out. No thanks.
Is there a follow up to it? I only ever heard "fuck this shit, I'm out."
That's there's like a whole little
I've only ever seen the
it's like
kid
30 seconds.
projecting himself into the
Yeah.
gulf.
It's
Fuck
like
this
a
shit,
whole-
I'm out.
No thanks. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Oh, all right, well.
I don't know what the
What's going
fuck
on?
just happened,
But I
I'ma
don't really
get-
care. I'ma get
I'ma
the
get
fuck
the
up
fuck
out
up
of
outta
here.
here.
Fuck this shit. I'm out. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And there's a whole little
Damn.
ditty. I used
Anything
to
I
sing
can
it
learn about
constantly.
memes, I'm very, very interested in.
I will find that eventually and send it to you.
Please do.
Oops.
Vine Hoomst?
Whomstead of?
Whomstead.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a bunch
And
of-
and the fact that Dolly and Lou have been like immediately transported from their
no
from
time.
hell
their
to
living
Just
location
another
in
day in
Dix.
hell.
Just
Expecting to
another
punch
day.
the old
Still
9 to
very
5
much like
clock.
dressed for hell.
She told you to dress nice.
Yeah, but I assumed that was going to be for like weird stuff, not for like my friend's wedding.
I mean, is that not the weirdest wedding you've been to?
No, not even close.
That's fair.
Lou has to make
Not
his money
even a little
playing
bit
music
close.
somewhere sometime.
Yeah.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he
Wait,
didn't
they
get
sit
to
at
this
those
level.
weddings?
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Sorry.
sorry. Shut up. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Not important. Sorry.
No, not important. I didn't say anything at all.
I am not kidding when I say that for the last at least 15 minutes, I have forgotten that Noah was on the call because my glass is in front of your video. Like I legitimately haven't seen it because my
I've been
glass.
quiet. Been a quiet.
You've been
boy.
so quiet.
And then,
And
then
if
he
you
said-
wonder that like people with ADHD have object permanence issues. Woo!
Are you calling Noah an object?
Yes.
I've absolutely objectified Noah before.
Only because
Honestly-
he has requested.
Have you
Honestly,
seen that
treated-
ass?
I'm blushing.
Actually,
Why
no.
have I never been
I've only ever seen the top of his
fantastic?
head.
I mean, yeah.
Even in chef pants.
Yeah,
like
oh,
I
okay, and I've
technically-
seen the chef pants. I have not seen any butt, though.
ridiculous chef pants.
Like I technically.
That's a leg.
It's sushi. It's sushi.
That's a leg.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Sushis!
It's sushi chef.
It's sushi!
Hashtag objectify Noahs. Said the other Noah.
Wow.
Wow.
He gets it.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
Oh,
so
man.
about D&D.
Yeah. Okay,
yes.
so are we traveling straight from Raksha's reception to try and get information about the professor?
That's what I was
Absolutely.
gonna ask.
'Cause
you
I
guys.
can- I can almost guarantee that Dolly is drunk.
Raksha would, in fact, like to get that wild
Dolly
shit
and
back.
Lou are fucking
I was
lit.
at my friend's
Friend's
wedding
wedding.
reception. You think I'm sober?
Molly was drunk, then sobered up real fast when she realized there was a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how I know this is fantasy world because that could never happen to Amanda.
Nope.
Yes, it does.
Only if it's like
Okay,
really
not an
serious.
emergency. It just gets out of my system quicker. It
Uh,
does.
It's called adrenaline.
I think
Yes.
Hobrock would be the same way. I mean, I wouldn't be super fucked up anyway because I got the girl. So
Yeah, you have children.
I feel like Hobrock drinks like Ron Swanson, where he's just totally fine, and then he's just like,
It's fine the whole time.
Oh my
He's
god.
totally
Only
fine until he
snake juice
absolutely
messes
isn't.
him up.
yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
like Ron dealing
I'm
with
an
his
orc.
girlfriend's girls. This
I'm
is
an
Hobrock.
orc artificer,
Okay.
so my con is fine. Like,
True.
Don is a dump stat.
God, is a dumb step.
It's not.
no, it's not.
Raksha's con is
not.
actually pretty good.
I did that
will-
for. I
I
said
will
that
fight
last
someone
night.
on this.
I said that last night because
Did you really?
Birds
Oh, I
Birds
got a
Living in
great
S
con.
Lavender's character has a -1 to her con. And I was like, so she rolled like she kept rolling con saves
It's
for
so bad.
things that were
Lavender.
happening. She was trying different
Laugh.
foods. And I was
no.
just con
Laugh,
is a
no.
dump stat.
Oh, it's not. It's how you get one-shotted by an assassin.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
God.
it is.
Cough,
It
cough,
was so
Phyllis.
cool though.
All right.
Last
I guess
night
you've
went-
never
went
built a
really well.
rogue.
Because you never built a rogue. Actually, I'm playing a rogue in that campaign. I'm very happy.
Oh yeah. This is a
Uh,
different show.
Yes.
Right.
I'm just so proud of those.
I
two.
know. I do after this, I want to hear how it went last night.
I will absolutely.
I
tell
missed
you.
it. Yay.
So, yeah, you guys you were at the reception. You realized that Professor Theodore Calderon has not been around the last couple of days. You messaged him. and there was some confusion. It was foggy, and he didn't know where he was. Most of you are drunk. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at.
I would, since I like literally like basically share an office with him half the time, I would go to the office and see if there's like anything that he was working on that would give me clues.
And I'd follow you there for sure.
Yeah, I assume.
I mean, we're all going to the office.
I don't know where else to start. So
No, I assume Molly and I would go and like be like, you know, we'll let you know once we find something because y'all lit as hell and you just got out of hell. So like,
Well, and for the last like
Yeah,
3
homeboy
hours
just
that we've
got
been
married.
here. Homeboy just got married. He's leaving his wife for this.
Yeah,
The
no,
entire
I
like
assume
3
this-
hours
Honestly,
that Dolly has been
Raksha
back.
decided that he wanted to go, Shahara would just come with. She is pretty
early
tipsy.
honeymoon.
She is quite tipsy at this point. She's a very giggly, floaty drunk.
Oh, that's cute.
So
Is she
how-
actually floating?
a little
how's
bit,
the-
yeah.
how's Ingrid looking?
Solid.
I assume
Solid
You
as
ask
a
how
rock.
Ingrid
she can
looks.
drink more than me. I just
Yeah, she's
wanted to-
she's like
I've seen it
chilling-
before. It's terrifying.
There's like a field of like empty ale containers like off to the side of her. Kids are like one of the kids is passed out.
Waiters can't
not
keep
off
up.
the ale, right?
No, just fell asleep.
Maybe like a little sip. Like New Year's Eve, you get a sip of champagne. It's like just a
Lord.
little sip.
Yeah, I think Ingrid let them both have a drink, and they were like, "This is disgusting, and I hate it. I'm gonna keep
I don't
running
know.
around for a
I
little
don't know.
while."
They're orcs. We usually get the
Drinking is
taste of the young.
terrible. Pulse flask.
Drinking is terrible.
Be like,
Oh,
Mom, I
bad
hate
for
this
you.
beer. Where's the vodka?
Vodka. Das
But,
Vidania, Cobra.
The woodka.
Yeah, so one of the
Rock wipes
girls
the front here.
one of the girls is straight up fallen asleep on Umgrid, who still is like finishing the last of one of the drinks, while the other one's kind of like blinking sleepily.
God, that's cute.
And she's around this time she looks over at you and she's like, "I'm going to take them home."
Yes, crazy professor is lost. So,
Ah, yes, he's crazy.
well, not just mentally this time.
Oh.
And then I would just tell her I'm going to the office and say I think this may be a babysitting journey, and like point to all my drunk comrades.
And when you point over, like Dolly and Lou are drunk as hell, and Dolly has like found her way underneath Lou's arm.
Lou is just nodding aggressively because
Yeah.
he thinks that it makes him a participant in conversations and therefore seem more sober than he is.
Oh, also before Lou got
It's not
drunk,
true. You have no idea what's going on.
Hope Rock definitely like after the ceremony gave him a hug and was like, "We're good,
Oh,
over it.
yes.
10 out of 10, we're fine. I told you after the ceremony, like I hold to that. But yeah, no,
Umgrid will give you a kiss.
After-
She lifts Blanche one-armed onto the bear, the mechanical bear, to
he
be
lives
carried.
Blanche one arm. That's the chunky kid we have. I'm
I
proud of
also
her.
want a mechanical bear.
Yeah, so she just one arm lifts Blanche onto the bear to be carried with,
Mhm.
while she's carrying the other one, gives you a kiss, and starts heading back to your guys' place.
Sounds good.
Speak loudly and not aggressively.
I love you, Ingrid.
Love you, darling.
I take out a special bag of holding that's bedazzled, and I unzip it and pull out Stupid and activate him.
Hell yeah,
As
there he
zipper.
is.
As Ingrid leaves,
literally
Rock's just
never
gonna go over and
imagined.
give her a hug and say thank you for coming.
She has to one arm it because she's still got Delilah in one arm, but she kind of, as you pull away, she kind of grabs your cheek and she just gives it a couple little slaps, brings your head, kisses your forehead, and leaves.
Rock's just gonna look at you guys and just be like, I am going to stay here with my wife.
Yeah,
That
totally.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
we assumed. Yes.
If
absolutely.
you need me, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
it be
yeah,
animal
yeah, yeah.
messengers
We do?
or a sending
We do.
spell, I
We did the
do still
crystal
have my
thing.
crystal. Just give me a buzz, and I'll see what I can do.
Ease.
I'll clap
Yes.
him on the shoulder and say, "Yeah, we'll let you know as soon as we know anything. We'll keep you in the loop. Just hang tight, do your party thing,
Ease.
have fun."
Brock will give him another hug and say congratulations as he walks out the door.
Thank you, my friend. And Dolly, you see that Beatrice flies over to you and lands
Please.
directly on top of your head.
Is this a babysitter?
Fucking gum.
Hey
Please
Amanda,
clip
can
that.
I marry
Someone
you?
please clip that.
Can
I don't
I
have my
marry
full screen
you?
open right now. Please clip
Please?
that shit.
I got you.
Oh, it worked! It happened!
Correct it.
Oh, I sunk your battleship. Okay, let's go do
Solve
this.
your bee puzzle.
Alright, let's go save this professor.
Let's go save this asshole.
We did it, SpongeBob. We saved the town.
Okay.
Take the professor and push him to the reception.
Where else?
Directly on top of your head.
We'll keep you
Oh,
in
I
the loop.
love you guys so much.
Hang tight, do your party thing, have fun.
I just heard from within my house my partner reference this is where I would put all of my trophies. If
If
I
I
had
had one.
I just heard this through the wall.
Dinkelberg.
Go back.
Oh, life
okay.
is good. Life is very good.
I have no means
And
of
now we
fast
walk.
traveling us to the office. I
Oh, we're
cannot remember
walking.
what all my things do, so I think we're walking.
Let me
Yeah.
pull up
Important
the
to
map
exercise
real quick.
regularly.
Okay with walking, yeah.
I gotta pull up my maps.
Dolly has linked arms with Amali.
Oh, I'm just gonna pick you up. You're so slow. Come on. I missed you too. This is also so I can get a hug in.
I'm like 6 inches taller than you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm strong.
This is really impressive.
She's
Yeah.
strong.
I feel like safe.
Oh, good. Thank you. No one's ever
Oh,
told me
bro.
that before.
I hope Brock will look at Lou and ask
That's
him
sad.
if he wants me to pick him up too.
Blue will full tilt run at you and jump, expecting you will catch him in a bridal carry.
Oh my god, I want to successfully dirty dancing this shit. So
Just for
shoot you
fun,
up.
just for fun, athletics and acrobatics.
Dice, dice.
Lou acrobatics, Hobrock athletics. Hobrock with advantage.
yeah.
Lou with
22.
disadvantage.
Shit. That's
Learn
not a 22.
Oh,
You're
A
wrong, buddy.
13.
13. That's still above average, though.
Yeah,
That's
It's
not
better
terrible.
than terrible.
You're still drunk, buddy.
I got the
25.
nimble. Got the nimble
25.
feetsies.
25.
So Lou books it. Just no grace to it at all. He's just speed running at you, does a full leap like he's about to belly flop into a pool.
No, but we worked
and
on your
We
footwork.
did that
Oh.
before, didn't we?
Hobrock just grabs him midway and he flat as a board, but he is up in the air and you guys are dirty dancing it.
I was so worried that I
Russian
was
judge
gonna
gives
grab
it a
him
4.
And his limbs were just gonna go limp.
I look at Dolly and I'm just like, does he
No,
not know
he's
how,
just-
does he not know how to run? Or is this is that
I
normal?
mean, it's been a while.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'd
I'm
like,
just gonna start trotting forward.
Yeah.
Setting like a decent pace.
I would like to spin. I would like to spin him romantically, and
I'm
then
not
put
waiting.
him- and then put him on my shoulders like a sack of potatoes. And then
Fun
go to
times.
bed.
Sack of potatoes.
Hell yeah.
Hashtag Twilight references is in the chat.
and then I'm gonna kiss him lightly on the cheek.
Can you reach if he's got you over his shoulder?
He'll try.
You might just have to go for his
yeah.
back.
He'll try.
I'd like to roll to smooch.
Yeah, go ahead.
Roll to smooch, please.
I'd also
Pretty
like
sure
to.
you can just do that.
No, he absolutely can. I
It's a
wanted
nat
to make
20.
him roll for it for the fun.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
nat 20.
Seriously, nat 20 to kiss.
Nat 20 for smooch, please.
Oh,
Beautiful. Love this for us.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
my-
burn my only 20 today on smooch.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't limit yourself.
First of all,
Oh.
roll well
Worth it.
spent.
Don't limit
I was gonna
yourself like
say, yeah.
that.
Not real
Your
mad.
life is abundant.
Life is
Ugh.
abundant. Okay, this is me remembering that I literally
Hobrock.
physically hand wrote notes about this place.
Hobrock's
Yeah.
just gonna say, I see
got
health
right.
did not change you
Years
that much.
ago.
You are still a freak.
I made sure of that. Childless Meow Lennial, welcome to the chat.
Meow!
Enjoy your lurk. I just
Love
wanted to give
you.
you a shout out. Because I
Love you,
fucking
Meow.
love your name.
Meow's the best. I love Meow. What was I looking? Oh, I'm still looking at that one. But I want
Notes.
to look for this thing.
Newts, newts.
I'm just trying to remember which district the university is in, because my brain it totally works.
Well,
Definitely
whatever
happens.
district it is, it sleeps alone tonight.
It sleeps alone tonight.
I didn't realize we were in the jungle, the mighty jungle.
No, it's another. There's two. You're crossing the streams.
It was bad enough.
I just wanted to have a sword fight with you, Dallas.
Anytime.
Early
brother.
August.
That's true.
Early
yeah.
Early August. We will road trip.
Okay.
Not
You have
super
it-
early August because I have to take a trip to Minnesota and then also Mindy's having a
Oh,
baby.
damn.
So
Sarah, I do have
Yeah.
the dates that we had discussed in my calendar.
Hell yes.
Okay. I'm remembering.
Oh, you found
things.
your notes. Okay.
I
don't
found my
have to
notes. I have many notes.
If you want to know imports about the rest of the continent and its countries, I could tell you
We've
that.
talked
But
about
anything
that?
about
Anything about
Sharn
Sharn?
specific, I have no fucking clue.
That's okay. None of
No
you need to
clue.
know that much. That's my job.
Shannon. No.
Minnesota.
You're the only min I soda.
What?
What does that mean?
I am intrigued.
What?
You had me at soda.
You had me at Coda. You had me at Diaz Alfine.
Say Isle Delfino.
So you guys are taking out from the Overlook in the Dura district in Upper Dura, and you have to go across a couple of the high up bridges to get over to the university, but it's all in the upper area, so no needing to go up or down, needing to like get people to do the things for you to up raise or lower platforms for you.
I'll just be like, Dolly, if you got a bomb, let me know. I'll stop, but we'll just keep going until then.
Hobrock doesn't say
I
that.
got you, babe.
I know the
Oh,
rules.
Con was my dump stat. No, strength was my dump stat. We're good. We're fine.
I give you a little pinch on the babush. I roll off and I throw up on the ground. That's the easiest system
Only
known to
warning
man.
you get.
Oh.
That's fair. The quickest way for Hobrock to drop you is for you
Just-
for you to pinch his ass.
Scuba
because
dive.
He'll full on roll you the fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
No!
Just
Oh my God,
goose it.
like-
We are
Yeah.
not there. I want that to be perfectly clear. Lou is holding his liquor just fine, but he knows his way
In
out.
the event.
Yeah,
In the event.
he listened to the pre-flight movie
He'll
with the gestures and the. I think this is the first
And
time
the
I rode Nork.
fingers.
Hobrock's rules are the first time's free. The second time you got to talk to him.
Sir?
It's important.
Got to get a permit. There's
Absolute
zoning laws.
fact.
You got a
Just
permit
gotta
for
do
that
a rental
ass,
fee.
motherfucker?
You know it's illegal to haul farm equipment in this district.
So
Why you got that tractor behind you?
But
So
no, I'm
it's
just,
about 1 o'clock in the morning, and you guys
I'm
are
just
walking
holding
up
a
to the
drunk crop
university.
duster.
Amazing.
Rocking up to the university, going up to your office. You do see one of the security guards who like wanders around.
As
they
adjunct professors do.
What's up, Fred?
They just kind of wave at you because they recognize
Hello.
you.
I wave at them.
They don't
Life doing
recognize
well?
the other two, but the
I
other.
wave at them.
Everybody waves. He only recognizes two of you. He's not gonna question it.
Lou starts nodding.
He does not get paid enough to care what's going on with the people who are being carried to the university right now.
Hey, I'm walking.
I'm
I have my
walking.
legs. I have my legs still.
Lou's
Do
gonna look
you-
over at you. Chump.
Can you still walk around in those heels of yours, or do you gotta take those off?
No, I practiced.
Okay.
Practice.
I practiced too. Those are just 1-inch heels, though. I'm working my way up.
I noticed. I'm really proud of you. This it's so cute. It's so pretty. I missed you.
I'm so happy my friend
Like,
is back.
gross.
But come on, let's go.
You
Yeah.
guys-
I'm like trying to be like, yes, I love you. I'm so happy you're here. We need to go.
We need to continue.
Keep following me.
moving this way.
Okay,
So you
We're
guys-
moving.
You make it into the artificing center and head into the office that you know. Hi, Coda. That you know
God, friend.
is mainly used by Professor Calderon. Currently empty, or at least of peoples. There's no peoples there. And would you like to do some
Wait.
investigations?
I'll check for traps.
Yes, you do that. And while Dolly checks for traps, I will also do some investigating of my own to make
Yeah.
sure there's not some sort of nasty surprise that is waiting in the office for some reason.
Hobrock is checking, and I'm not look for traps. I'll just go to the desk, one of the desks.
What did you? Please tell me it was
I
a
don't
nat
know.
13
one.
modifier.
20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
I do. So I have a 33.
A 33.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dolly, you have never been more sure in your life.
No traps.
No traps in this room. You do, however, in looking through the office portion, you do look then out across the classroom, and you do see a lot of traps, because that's what they were working on this week. Was arcane traps. So there's a bunch of them there that you could definitely go disarm if you wanted to try, but they're not in the office.
It doesn't look like any of those traps have been like triggered though, right? Like the professor didn't just walk into some pocket dimension because he didn't see where a student left their shit.
No, it looks like
It's an
some of them
8th
are
grader's
still...
trebuchet.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta pass that kid though, right? Like that's an A.
It's like, oh, I really did end up somewhere else.
It depends
You
how
did
long
it.
you're locked in there, because if you don't check your trap, that's just negligent, and
That's true.
kind of-
That'll take you down to a C.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, C's get degrees.
C's get degrees.
You ain't wrong, baby.
Really do.
Not if,
Hey,
not
hey,
if your professor
D's get
picked it out to
degrees.
give you one. No.
Now they'll bring in like
That
an
doesn't mean I got
adjunct
one.
or a retired professor to finish up the semester in the last couple of weeks. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all
Damn.
good.
Damn, Hobrock feels replaceable right now.
Amanda has immediately brought back bad memories of college
Oh,
for
God.
me.
You love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here.
Uh,
Just make
so
you remember the bad.
None of the
Making-
so it looks like some of these
There's
are
no
traps that
traps.
are in progress. Some of them that have not been
Yeah.
that have not been fully enchanted yet. Things that aren't fully functional, but they're like in the process of becoming arcane traps.
Okay.
But
I'll
it doesn't
look
seem
to
like you got
those.
like caught up in it. It just looks like they're kind of mid-class project.
Mid-class project. I'll take a look at those and for a moment say, I have some notes about a few of those. This is fine.
The only
only
trap is
trap.
higher education.
Crap. Double crap.
Shit.
Hobrock-
Shit. That's
Hobrock
fine.
hands you a clipboard to write your opinions on. And he'll
Oh,
figure out how to
I
say
love
it
clipboards.
later.
He's just like, here's the grade book.
I rolled a 26 on investigation on Calderon's desk.
All right, and can I? What specifically are you looking for?
I'm looking for his latest project, and I know he takes daily notes, so I'm gonna go for the most recent notes that are on the desk and what they say.
Perfect. So the most recent notes, and this is a conversation that you and him have gone back and forth about several times, because you know one of his main focuses, one of those weird like conspiracy things, like he holds on to this the way that conspiracy theorists hold on to their conspiracy theories, and he's like, what is it that separates people from creatures? What is the difference between a creature and a humanoid? What is the difference between a construct and a warforged? Like, what is the difference between all of these things? He's trying to
we're really getting into some morals and ethics here.
Well, because the way that he's been functioning for his research is that he's been trying to use the arcane definitions. Which is like, you can test to find out if something is a construct by casting a spell on it that does not affect constructs. And if it doesn't work, very likely a construct.
Then you might be dealing with a construct.
Like identifying wood. Yep, that's
Prize
wood.
between my 2 bachelor degrees. I get it. I do. I have a degree in music education. I taught for 3 years. They killed me, and I'm never going back. So
you can educate me about music.
I
fucking
will be
hate
educating
them.
my friends about music. I do that for fun times. Anyway,
I have no degree.
Shout out.
Shut
That
up.
right there, that right there looks like a degree.
Don't go
that
to
is-
college. It's a trap.
Yeah, that looks like a degree, but actually that is the deed to my 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
So
so
You're
I
a
am-
lord.
I am Lord Butler.
You're a
You are
lord.
Lord Butler.
Butler.
The thing about me and music streaming is that I don't play any instruments well.
Well, we're still gonna do it.
So
As long as
the
you
only
play them
thing
with spirit.
I was like, I would just get DMCA.
You played the clarinet enough.
Right, but then I can't sing. I would rather sing than play the clarinet.
Yeah, I know.
I can't do both at the same time. I've tried.
Don't make me think about that right now. We're playing D&D.
So what did
You
we
can
find on the
listen
desk?
while you hum. So you're looking through the desk. So this is like something. This has been like the main focus of his research, is trying to figure out these things. And the most recent, the most recent notes are about the Creation Forge. There's notes about like rumors of one being somewhere in the cogs. There's notes about like what the Creation Forge contains. There seems to be one element that he has been there's an element that he has not figured out. A lot of like the machinery and all of the manufacturing, like he understands like how a lot of that works. It's very basic artificing kind of things. But it's the part where it goes from being a machine to being considered a humanoid that is where he's like, this is fascinating. And I think that's where the dreams come into play. And there's a part of the Creation Forge that's a floating obelisk that is supposedly creates a soul. Is the like the way that it's explained. And this, so he's been researching these things. He's been really fascinated by the obelisk, but he doesn't really know, like he's kind of gotten stalled out in his research. His most recent notes are about the rumors of a Creation Forge in the cogs. And if there is one, he would want to try to interact with the materials to see, like, just see what everything's made of, just to see, like, how it functions. but he doesn't know for sure if he's going to find one there, and he feels weird about going down there because of like the history of most of the people in the cogs are warforged who were forced to retire after the war, and are now doing like sweat labor beneath the city, and like that. He's like, I want to go down to the cogs and like see if there's something down there, but also like the cogs are definitely a dangerous place for a person to be, especially a squishy little wizard artificer.
Who thinks Khan is a dump stat?
Who thinks Khan is a dump stat, and
Hey.
but he's was worried about going down there. He knows that it's high risk because even just the heat that's down there. He is a dragonborn, but you guys know he was between an ice and a lightning dragon, so like ice and lightning, not fire. So he's like, I don't have a lot of experience with that. There's like the burning lava beneath the city that's like fuels the cogs. Like he's very confused about that. But he there are notes about the original Decanic Creation Forge in the Mournlands, and then one rumored in the cogs.
Could I roll like insight or history to know if he ever talked to me about a contact? Because he was like actually like thinking about going in there. I assume he'd want somebody who would know their way around it.
Sorry, repeat that.
Could I roll insight or history to know if he would have like a contact, like a Warforged contact, or someone that he was like trying to get him to either like lead him in the cog or like any information. I don't know, like any Warforged he was talking to that would have information or.
Yeah, go ahead and do a history check.
History.
See if you can remember a person.
Check history real fast.
I don't know why that got me so good. Roll to see if you remember a person.
Just a person, any person.
I feel that roll every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's gonna be nice to me today.
You
I enjoyed
did
this.
it.
That's gonna be a 21.
Hell
Dirty
yeah.
20. Dirty 20.
21, right? Not a natural 21.
Not natural.
Not usually, no.
Yes. So, you know, there are several like Warforged guardians that are like around the city. That's one of the things that they did after the war. Some joined in with guards, some joined in with like private guard.
Well, I used to fix some of them up. So.
Yeah, so you know a lot of those guys. You know a lot of the guys who work in the cogs don't come up very often. Man, with a 21 though, you probably know a guy who knows a guy. But I don't think you know a guy directly. You could talk to.
That sounds like Noah's life. Sorry to jump in, but like Noah's the guy who knows a guy that knows a guy.
I also kind of identify as a guy who knows a guy.
100%.
You are absolutely
you
that.
A
1,000%.
guy who knows a guy. I think my partner is home. Okay.
Hi, Anthony.
I was working from home today, and he just comes out and he goes, I have to go to work. And I was like, it's after 11. Are you late? And he's like, yup.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
He just comes in, kisses my head, and is like, I have to leave immediately.
Oh, poor dude.
Oh, my love. She has no idea what she wants to do with that same Shannon. So you probably, one of the guys that you had fixed up before You know what? I haven't done any Warforged naming conventions in this universe. This is interesting. Um. 1000% same. Yes.
What do you even do with an ethnomusic degree? I know because that's what I wanted to get my master's degree in, and they said no.
Shannon, I'm honestly tempted. Rip off unprepared casters. So you do know one Warforged who goes by Tink. And he has a cousin who works in the cogs.
Is Tink's cousin named Rick?
No.
I feel like Rick is just a name that would be somebody who works in the cogs.
No, his name is Dink.
Dink. I like Dink.
Tink is not his full name. It's T1NK.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yes, I love that.
So
Yes.
Tink's the one I know, yeah?
Yes, you know Tink.
Alright, I would
love
discuss
Shannon.
all this with Amali and show her what I found. And then discuss whether or not she thinks he's as dumb as I think he is, and that he would go down there if he had the opportunity or if someone persuaded him.
But like, has the professor talked to me about the Creation Forge at all?
I think he has, like...
He has to have, right?
Oh, God, yes.
Yep.
I mean, it was your family's thing. Like...
Right.
So he's definitely... He's brought up to you... Yeah, like the TI calculator series, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Okay.
talked to you about he's had the same conversations with you about theories, and you guys have talked about, like, the philosophy of, like, what makes things the way that they are. And he's always been very fascinated by the Creation Forge, but I don't know if Amali would have had an understanding of what the Creation Forge did.
No, it would have been when I studied for a master level in smithing. It was just not something I learned at that point before the mist. So it's a blank spot in my knowledge. I just know the basics about it, and I know that
And the Creation Forge was
professor-
like a very specific, like only people who are like actively running it really needed to know any of the mechanics of it. It was
Yeah.
just, this is the thing that we made. It
exactly.
works.
I don't think he would be. He wouldn't go down tonight. He wouldn't go in the middle of the night. Plus, he was talking about there being fog. I don't think it's particularly
Well, I don't-
foggy. It could be steamy, but then he'd say it's steam. It wouldn't be
I don't-
fog.
I don't think he went tonight necessarily, but we haven't heard from him in a couple days.
Sure. I don't think he would go by himself though. He would go with one of us
No,
probably.
But I think if he had a contact, I think someone could have like convinced him into it.
But like nobody really has much contact with the Warforged in the cogs though. They don't come up very often. People don't go down there very often. There's like random acquaintances. Like T1NK, Tink, you know him. Like them. They've talked to you about it before, but like we were gonna set up a meeting and then he got super flaky about taking us down there anyways. So who else would we know?
Well, I just think it'd be worth talking to Tink about it, at the very least.
We could definitely talk to him about it, but I'm gonna look around the room. I want to see if there's anything new. Any?
Oh, no, this wasn't like.
I will help Amali.
No, okay.
No, I just was like.
It
making
can't
sure
hurt.
You wanted to like you think it'd be smart to follow suit. I would be like, try to be low key, but I'm Hobrog, so we'll see.
We'll see.
But I'm
yeah.
Hobrock.
You're
But
Hope
no,
Rock and you're
I-
walking with Lou.
And I feel like if
Well,
he
we're not going tonight. We're not going
No,
tonight.
we're not going tonight. Fuck no.
We're not going fucking tonight. No. Hell no.
Yeah, we're gonna take
But, like,
all the
I-
drunk people down to hell.
We are the people that's been helping him the most. I don't think that he would leave without telling us at the very least, if not asking us to come along, because we're the ones that have that same level of knowledge or at least experience to help him out. So No, I don't think he went. I don't think he went by himself. I don't think he
So-
specified.
So you said, just to check with you, Courtney, you said that me and Calderon have gone back and forth on this a lot.
Yeah.
So like specifics on that, would it be like, would it be almost desperation on his part? Because since I work with him a lot, like I assume I'd see like a certain yeah, I don't know if he starts acting off or if he starts like acting like desperate or like
He
I
doesn't seem like
I'm getting closer.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like desperate. He seems very curious. He's got that hyperfixation drive. It's not quite manic. It's not quite to the point that like you think that he like would make outright stupid decisions, or dangerous ones. But you know, it would probably be a pretty good carrot for someone to dangle had they known. So it's one of those, like, he probably didn't actively seek out a van to jump into, but somebody might have lured him into a van.
And I assume I've told him no on trying to help him go to the COG because that's not a risk I really want to take.
Well, and you and Amali, I mean, we talked about it last time that, like, we even talked to Nanny Tabor, and she's like, I don't think there's actually one in the COGs. I don't think that somebody would be able to just, like, casually manufacture that underneath the city without, like, major, like, there would be huge consequences. There would be insane things would be happening if there was a creation forge in the basement of Sharn. Like,
straight up.
Sounds good. I just
You
wanted
all
to
right down there, Sarah?
Like I didn't
holding a thought.
Of emotion.
Holding a thought, and for some reason there was
Gross.
imagery that just really, really got to me about like following this one word forge down. As Amali and Hobrick are having this conversation back and forth, Lou and Dolly just rock, paper, scissors.
No, Lou is investigating. This is serious business.
What are you
Still
investigating?
Drake. I assume still Drake's on Rock's
I
shoulder.
already did my investigation.
Still draped
so
over Hobrock's shoulder.
Yes. Hobrock
this
has
is
not-
serious.
You
Very
see,
serious.
you see Lou looking at the ceiling and like the corners of the ceiling because everyone else is looking like at the desk and stuff. So all of the clues above eye line are getting left out. So he's covering that base.
Bet. He's a good guy, Lewis.
Also, I'd like to roll for investigation for clues above eye
I
line.
swear to God,
Perfect. Go
Calderon's
ahead and
just
roll
sitting
for
on the
that with
ceiling.
disadvantage because you are still drunk.
Can it be double disadvantage because he's drunk
He said
and upside down?
no.
Did you get a nat
distracted.
20?
I did.
Oh, buddy.
The 12 isn't
that
so
does
bad.
suck, though.
12
Alright.
is so bad.
Okay, what is it?
Is it an
You-
investigation?
Yes.
Yeah.
16.
Beautiful.
Well, we can't all have a plus 13, I guess.
Man.
We can't
sorry.
all have a plus 13. Set the rogue. There are some really cool diagrams on this wall. Not entirely sure what all they do.
Right.
They're fucking cool though. He's got some of them are in frames and some of them aren't.
Lou's gonna focus
Thing
on
that would
that.
be in frame.
Why are some in frames and some aren't in frames? Is he
Are
trying
you
to tell,
relating?
is he trying to tell us something?
Are you just quietly having this discussion with yourself?
Oh
like,
yeah.
You're just having a
absolutely,
beautiful
yes.
Hobrock are
minds
having a real
moment.
conversation?
Courtney, I would like to, after we've taken a look at the desk, I would like to investigate the room, see if there's any new books or any new objects in the room, anything like that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that'd be investigation, right?
Yes. So cute.
Where is it? Oh, okay, it's not as good as I thought it, but it's a dirty 20.
Level 15, level 15,
Nasty
level 15.
20.
So many.
The nastiest of
the
20s.
Dirtiest, nastiest 20.
Every time we say dirty
Nasty
20, I
criminal.
imagine the nasty patty.
Ew.
Dirty 20! It's got like awful like fungus sprouting out of it. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me, my guy. There don't seem to be any new books. You can tell that he's been rereading a lot of the ones, a lot of like he's got like this news article collection about like everything that happened with the mist in the morning. Like all of the theories that people have about like what started it and all that stuff. He loves to collect this stuff just because it's interesting. And so he's got kind of that. So you can tell that one's usually, it's been up on the shelf. You can see that one was taken out more recently because it's kind of out of order back on the shelf. So that's one he was looking through most recently, but there aren't anything new. Isn't anything new. There aren't any new books. Blah. Yeah.
Is there any like spell work or anything that it looks like he was?
Not really any spell work. He still has his notes out about the process of dream walking, and like the arcane elements behind it, and like he's been trying to work out like what the arcane definitions and what the arcane actions are of the abilities that the Kalashtar have. So that's kind of the closest to spell work you have, is that he's been taking notes on like the dream walking ritual that Nyx and Genesis have taken you guys through.
Okay.
No, hold on. Sorry, an aside. You don't get to just pick snacks up and then put them to the other side without telling me what the snacks are.
Chicken and a biscuit?
Thank you. Okay, good.
Nice.
And if you're
Chicken and brisket.
curious, mine is noodles.
Yes.
Didn't you have cookies
Yeah,
earlier?
I
You're a
was.
Oh, they're
menace.
still here. They're right here.
You're a menace.
Like, you have room to talk.
I ate all of my noodles before stream.
My wife brings me noodles. What
I
am
really
supposed to do?
sincerely like it was like 6:28 and I was just howling down these fucking noodles and I was wearing my crappy gym shirt and I was like, showtime, baby!
Oh my god, you have like a uniform ready. It's like, I gotta eat saucy nudes fast. Let's go.
Done.
It's a sport for you.
Saucy nudes are the best kind.
Wait,
I
Dallas
do
is
love me
eating
some saucy nudes.
fast. I'll be right over.
All right. My work for
Oh.
the evening is done.
Your work for the evening is done?
I only say that because while Raksha has been asleep or not with his wife,
I was gonna say, is he really sleeping?
Yeah, they were tired.
It's a wedding.
They're
When you
already
get done
tired.
with your
No, that's
wedding,
actually
I know
good.
everybody
Like-
talks about like, oh, the wedding night. If you've actually
no.
gone through a wedding, the
You put a
first
party
thing you wanna
together.
do is go to
Shit.
sleep.
Especially
You
if you
assholes
can't
are
like
up till
afford.
midnight.
Yeah, like if
You
you're doing it
can
yourself,
confirm.
there's too much shit to do.
Yeah.
I fell asleep
they
at
passed
like
out.
midnight.
That honeymoon though.
That's why
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited to be done at 7. Doing
Hell yeah,
everything
that's a call.
early.
You think I'm leaving
love
your
that so
house at
much.
7 after you get married? That's hilarious.
We're
Well, we're
there
gonna be
till
out of the
at least 10.
venue at 7 at the very least.
Right, so then afters
We'll
and
just
then
follow you
afters
home.
afters.
Yeah. And we'll
Um,
just straight up follow you home.
That's fine.
But no, I've been
That's my plan.
You have no choice. You will be
throwing up
celebrated.
the VODs.
Oh, nice.
Ah, nice.
YouTube?
So yes, so
Rock and
before the
roll.
likely before the end of stream tonight.
Shout out to the YouTube.
Yeah,
Catch
go
them
check us out on
VODs,
YouTube.
baby.
Yes, please go see our YouTube.
Catch them
And
VODs.
while we're at it,
Subscribe and definitely hit the notification bell because it's very sporadic when things get posted on
Also,
the channel. So
we are
Just
really
make
close
sure
to
you
our
know.
June follower goal. We're like,
We're actually only 4 away. I didn't get to update
Yeah.
the thing.
I was gonna say,
We're at 126. So
If you would just tell 4 of your
thank
friends,
you, Shannon. Seriously, just 4.
I mean, that's
And then
kind
you
of
get a
weirdly what
cool, fun
happened
thing.
in May when I was like, oh my god, we want to get to like 100. And then I said that to my friends. I was like, hey, we're almost to 100. And they're like, great, here's 8 more subs, and now you're past it. What? Like,
We love all of you very much.
Tonks! I haven't seen Tonks in chat yet. Hi,
Hello,
Tonks.
Tonks. But yeah, so likely before the end of stream tonight, all of the VODs except for tonight will be up.
Rock and roll.
Go cow.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, what was the other thought we were
do
holding
that.
about the investigation or whatever?
I am stumped. I don't know where else to look, to be honest, guys. This is not my thing.
It's not on the ceiling.
Did I get anything for the
No.
33?
For your trap investigation?
Oh, that's right. It was a trap investigation. I'll go ahead and do another investigation.
No, for fun. Go for it. Yeah.
That's an 18! 31, bitch! Sorry, I shouldn't have called you bitch. I got really
Imagine.
excited.
God damn.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you bitch. I loved it.
I love your excitement.
I was hoping you would.
Dolly
That's me.
has a lot of experience in leaving.
Yeah.
This is not the office of someone who left intentionally. A lot of things that like he would be using on a regular basis are still
There's
out.
a sandwich.
There's snacks that are still out. It doesn't look like there was like a struggle. It doesn't seem like he was like kidnapped from this place or anything. But if
Doing
he
that
is,
thing that like from the Princess Bride Prince Humperdinck does.
yes,
Where he like ghost fights through part of it. It's like, well, there
There was
wasn't
a fight
struggle.
here. Swords.
Nothing.
And then hand-to-hand combat.
yeah, like you're having like that moment. You're like, okay, there's too much about this seems like unfinished. This isn't like somebody who's like, I'm going to take a trip. So you know that that's off.
Is the professor one of those dudes that has like a place of residence, or is he like the kind that just sleeps in his office?
He does have a place of residence. It's like the basement apartment of like one of the old college, like it's literally like one of the old frat houses that got like taken down.
Condemned.
That got condemned, and it's like shared by a bunch of professors and academics who don't spend a lot of time in their homes. So yeah, he's got kind of like the little basement studio apartment down there, where he sleeps and does his fun time readings, which is mostly comic books.
Like in his bunk?
That's just, he likes, those are his favorite things to do, is read.
It's a valid question.
It's a valid question.
Dolly, is it at all worth going there to check? I'm just like nervous because he's
Prawn. Yeah, thanks.
he's not
some of his
capable
some of his
when he's lost.
Yeah.
Some of his comic books are prunny, I'll tell you that. They're pornographic.
So he's also, wait, I don't want to judge him. I'm not gonna judge him.
You don't
No
need
kink
to judge.
shaming here.
Yeah.
Only if it's funny.
Well, that's the hope.
Yeah.
As far as like, I mean, it's always good to check our bases.
Okay.
The more information we have, the better.
All right. I can't think of anywhere else to look in here.
Yeah,
Does he
same.
have a classroom?
The sound of
that's-
aggressive nodding.
The classroom's actually just right outside of his office.
Does he share it with other professors though?
It's mostly him. There's like an adjunct professor who comes in occasionally.
Is that where all the
Um,
traps are?
No, the traps are from his class. It's from his but it's a summer class because it's summer. So they're on their little summer break, and he's running like a little like a middle school camp essentially.
Science camp for nerds.
Yeah, a little middle school science camp that's been going on. It's only like once a week, but it takes up the whole summer.
Cute.
Little, kids and activities, stay off the streets, and teach them how to make traps, and then they can make
For when they go back to the streets.
For when they go back to the streets.
Exactly.
100%.
Thank you.
They
Because
have
this
a life
is still
skill.
Sharn in
Oh my
Breland,
gosh.
and one of Breland's main exports is crime. So,
Love that.
Absolutely crime.
As many crime as possible.
literally,
Behaving
so I was
crime.
going through.
If they're
Amanda and
going
I
to
were
treat us
going
like
through a bunch of
criminals, I
like
will move like a
just
criminal.
like general world information that Amali would know because she had to be specifically educated on these things. And
Good.
for all of the things, all of the countries have like a capital and hallmarks. Go ahead, hallmarks for Breland.
It's espionage, industry, metalwork, organized crime, and subterfuge.
Breland is known for crime.
Yeah. Our capital is in Rote.
That's sexy as hell.
Yeah, so
Goddamn.
we're trying to get the kids off the streets, but they're still going to end up on the streets, so we might as well teach them useful
Arm
skills.
them.
Actually, though,
They
like,
can
yeah.
protect themselves then. This isn't like...
This sounds a little bit too much
A
like
little.
Nebraska.
Right? Like,
Sarah, it's that orphanage
So glad that
we
hit you and I at the
created.
same time.
Sarah, it's that orphanage we created in your campaign where we were teaching them how to be thieves, but
Yeah,
at least they were off the
1000%.
streets.
that's a solid return on
1000%.
investment, actually, because you're not
Yeah.
buying those orphans. And if they're
Well, and
bringing
those
back
orphans
in
were getting
money-
funneled directly into a covert organization. So yeah, so long as it's working. Okay.
I mean, I'm not writing that down, but
We're not writing, we're not writing any
on
of this
stream.
down.
I'm not writing that down on stream.
On
but-
stream.
Nobody can see your hands. It doesn't matter if you write anything down or not.
Uh-oh, hand check.
I hate that I did immediately.
Fuck.
Leave room for the Holy
Not
Spirit.
even thinking.
Leave
I was
room
just
for
like,
the Holy Ghost.
huh?
Hands? Yeah, literally things that randomly pop back into my head after years and years. Hand check. So you guys are gonna go check out his little apartment,
Heidi Ho.
Yeah.
his little hidey hole apartment. Beautiful. It's not far off of campus. It's just like a couple of blocks.
Mhm.
Dolly, do you still want me to run carry you?
Oh no, we're linked arm in arm. Like
Oh, okay.
every 20 minutes or so, and this has been since Dolly has seen Amali. Every 20 minutes, she'll like check back in with Lou, like, "Hey, how you doing? You good? Okay, perfect." And then just
Let him
like
down.
suctioned to Amali.
So cute.
Let's do brunch
I haven't
tomorrow.
seen my best friend for a year.
I'm happy. I don't know.
What do you expect me to
So
Hello there. Hello there.
cute. Hello, Ash. Welcome in.
Hi, Ash.
My goodness gracious. Me looking at things and stuff. So you go to the house. One of the professor's roommates, who is a very short half dwarven man.
No, he had a roommate. I'm sorry.
Oh, he
It's
has like
midnight.
8.
Oh.
They were
Have I
It's an
met
academic.
It's an academic house. Everyone's in and out. He was fully awake. Like lights were on. You could tell like this was a house that was still, people are very much still functioning in it.
The house that never sleeps. Someone's
it's-
either researching or sleeping, but
Yes,
it's not
somebody's
there.
constantly in hyper focus or manic state doing something.
have I met any of them?
You have just described the commune.
Yes. Yes, you would have met this one. His name is Chandler.
You said Chandler?
Chandler, yeah.
All right. I'll greet Chandler.
Hey, what's up?
We're I almost
Hey,
used the wrong voice. Do you know where Professor Calderon has been working on, or where he's been?
What day is it? It's
Tell him the day.
What
Fucking
day
know,
is
okay.
buddy.
Okay,
Because I
hold on.
definitely know the day, and I tell it to it.
I would know the day.
Yes, you
Do I
definitely.
know a
Since
guy
it's
that
after
knows the day?
midnight.
Do I know a guy that knows the day? So you tell him the day before, and then you go, well, technically, and he's like, okay. Cheney.
I would lean around behind Hope Rock and say, well, technically, since it's after midnight, I'd be that kid.
Yeah, you would straight up actually this guy.
Actually.
I would try
As
really
if,
hard not to do
actually
the but I would
isn't, like,
totally
a
say
Molly's
actually.
whole vibe.
Ollie.
I'm sorry, I'm
Rachel,
right.
Malcolm, Zoe.
I'm
It's not
sorry,
all of
I'm right.
Why are you
Sorry,
booing
I'm
me?
right.
I'm right.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I'm right.
So Chandler kind of fully dissociates for a couple of seconds and then is like, yeah, it's been a few days.
Ms. Chenandler Bong.
It's Ms. Chenandler Bong, thank you.
And we love that you got that.
And his dad's drag name is Helena Handbasket.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that so much. That was always my favorite.
So good.
Helena Handbasket.
Anyway,
Chandler Trueheart is his full name.
I'll ask him if he knows like what he was working on or if he said anything.
He was going off something Creation Forge, something Obelisk, some Trick. Not
Hobrock will just put his hand on Chandler's shoulder and say, "We will look into his room," and then just walk past him.
yeah, vibes.
I will do the exact same thing as Oprah, but so much more drunk.
I'll look like I'm gonna take my shoes off at the door, take a look in the living room, and then immediately not take off my shoes and just go.
I introduce him to Lou as I walk past.
aggressive nodding.
The shade, Molly.
I
The
don't know if it's a
unintentional-
shoes. I don't know if this is a shoes
It's
place
just-
or if this is a not shoes place.
Molly
Hobrock
is like the
did not
queen of
take off
unintentional shade.
Absolutely the queen of unintentional shade.
I think that's part of being a solar Virgo.
Oh yeah.
I don't mean to be. I just am. It's how the sun made me. You're welcome.
So you guys go down to his room.
Oh, he's a basement room. Okay.
Yeah.
Tells you all you need to know.
As we're going down, Lou's gonna say, "Dibs on ceiling clues."
That's it, buddy. Just keep
Yeah, you
looking
got
in
it,
this.
buddy.
Hobrock,
You got it.
Hobrock says, "Oh no, I wanted ceiling clues."
Lou's gonna look you.
That
Lou's
is a
gonna try-
joke.
Lou's gonna try to angle his face to look you in the eye and say, "For you, I would."
No, you've got him.
It's okay.
You've got ha ha.
Dibs
ha,
is a
ha,
dibs. It's a dibs, man.
ha, ha, jokes.
Dibs
You've
is
got
a
him.
dibs is a dibs.
So you guys go ahead and pop over into his room. It looks very much the way that it usually does. It's not dirty. It's not messy. It is very minimal, except for the comic books. So it's like he's got regular bed, probably decently comfortable, regular desk, functional, just normal objects, not a lot of like decoration on the walls, but there are 3 ginormous bookshelves that stretch from the floor to the ceiling, stocked, full of different kinds of books and comic books. Very well organized. Yeah. Go ahead and everybody can do, give me perception if you're just trying to do like a general scope of the room, what's the vibe I'm getting, or investigation if you're looking for anything specific.
Oh, you know I'm gonna investigate that shit.
29.
29.
I got a 25 for perception.
I got
Oh,
a
yeah, well, Lou got a 44
Oh, I got you,
for
boo.
stealing clues.
You keep looking at
Sorry,
that
is that a
ceiling,
total
buddy.
of 8
Big
or the number
Atta
4?
go, boy.
The total of 8.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Goddamn, boy! Nat 20 on a 24 modifier. Let's ride!
No!
On a 24 modifier for 44.
I would like you to tell me the entire history of this ceiling.
Hi birds.
Hey, birds.
Lav, hi!
Hello, birds!
Hello birds.
Lav, let your partner know that the VOD will be up tonight
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
Because that was the question that they asked yesterday. Potato and bird brain. I need to call it. I need to message Amanda. That's a thing. Anyway,
AB?
yes, I need to message AB because I need to. We need to get character art of Lav and Mags's characters for a buddy cop series called Bird Brain and Potato.
Are we calling the other Amanda AB now? Because I'm fucking down for that.
Oh, absolutely. Amanda Betzold is AB. Amanda Fogarty is AF.
As fuck.
This
As
was
fuck.
decided this
As
weekend.
Fuck. We could always throw in my middle initial there and just make it ARF.
Arf.
No.
I don't know if I like
I
that.
mean, I like
Yeah,
doing.
the moment
I
you
like
said
80.
it, I immediately
I like
vetoed,
80 and then I
so.
usually
Awfully
Call
close
me
to.
Foger Doger.
I usually end up referring
No.
to. I usually will end up referring to you as either
Fogarty's
Fogarty
Cove.
if I
The
need
Fogue.
to clarify, or Mandar
Fogarty's
if
Cove.
anybody else.
Fogarty's Cove. Fogarty's Cove.
Stop
Fogarty's
talking
Cove.
about Fogarty's Cove, please.
I will not.
But
It
I
was
usually,
the best
I usually
thing.
will say Mandar if I'm referring to you.
Yeah,
because that's-
Mandar also
Mandar
works.
and Amanda.
I answer to that.
Because in my head it's Amanda Ray, and then it just shortens into Mandar. Because you say it really fast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly.
We
so
investigated.
I'd looked.
Molly, general vibe for the professor.
Jerk.
This room is a little disheveled. For anyone else, this is a fucking room. This is a room that a person has lived in at some point. But you could not bounce a quarter off of the way that bed was made. One of the drawers is just slightly ajar, like it's not closed all the way. That is just weird. That's out of character.
I'm gonna go over to the drawer that is not quite shut.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and just slowly pull it open.
It's just clothing.
Just close. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like the clothing is rustled up at all.
I mean, this is kind of the one clothing drawer that you can't really tell if it's rustled because it's mostly underwear and socks. And so it's all pretty rustled because you can't really keep underwear that organized for very long.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Despite
gonna.
my best efforts.
They're just so it's little and it just doesn't. You
You
can't.
just
You
said
try to
something
fold
so
it
real.
and then it's just just
Why'd
put it.
you-
Just throw it into the drawer and it's fine.
I came here
Fine.
for fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons, and you're just reminding me about my real life. It's not even a problem. It's just an issue because I wish it was just a little fucking tidier. Okay. If it doesn't look like it's been rustled, then I will go ahead and hastily shut it because I'm like, oh shit, it's underwear. Oh, bad. Sorry, Professor.
Fuck the
Just mutter
drawers.
under my breath. Oh my god.
Sarah, what
Sorry.
is Dolly looking for in her investigation?
Okay, so we've seen and recognized that there wasn't a struggle
Mhm.
necessarily. So I'm trying to see if there was anything that he had found that had prompted this. Oh, I need to leave. I need to go. I found this piece of information. I know exactly where to go. So I'm looking to see if there's anything like that, like a trigger object.
Okay. Trying to think. I'm looking at his room in my head.
You're fine. I'm watching Hot Wife.
I mean, that's always a good time.
Sorry.
Because also she's caring for her partner, and like, how sweet is this?
It's
Big
so
fan of that.
good.
Everyone loves you is basically what's going on right now.
She's like, what?
Everyone loves you. That's
Vigorous
what's going on
nodding.
right
You're
now.
so fucking cute.
Sorry, I'm just bringing him a heating pad.
You're so
Yeah.
fucking cute.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's so
Don't be
cute.
sorry.
It's so good.
I got it. Just give me enough room to plug this.
Under the bed.
Under the bed.
So everyone just sees Dolly like stop, feel, and then drop to like a cobra pose.
Correct.
There is it just it had to have just been dropped and just like accidentally kicked under the bed. Just a scrap of paper with a name on it.
I just before I even pick it up, just name.
Love you.
And
Love you too.
The name on that slip of paper is Benjamin Bastian.
Benjamin.
Good old Benji.
Good old Benji.
Oh, is Benjamin Bastion?
Benjamin Bastian.
Spell that.
Okay.
Bastion.
IAN.
Like the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted to. There we go. Oh, that's a new trick that I've learned now. Okay.
I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. And
Zero insincerity.
She said you learned a new trick. That's right.
We're friends.
I was praising behavior.
Goodness gracious.
I forget this is a safe space. I'm used to the world being an asshole because I live with Noah.
How dare you? He is a safe space.
Out here catching strings,
You
doesn't
both
even
just
know.
have fire Mercury, so you communicate as if you want to conflict with each other all the time.
Spicy. Yesterday we just scattered at each other for most of 3 hours.
That's adorable. So Amali and no, pretty much just Amali. You can make a history check on the name
Cool.
Benjamin Bastian.
Who the fuck is that?
Dolly, I am effectively just sitting on the floor and vocal stimming just the name over and over and over again.
You said
Benjamin
history?
Bastion.
Yes.
Benjamin Bastion. Benjamin
Dallas, did you see the question in chat? Scat music or scat like owl pellets?
That is an
You're
important
gonna
question.
get this question.
Shannon,
Courtney,
how about you mind your own damn business? How about that?
How about that? How about that?
Courtney, I rolled a
That is
21.
exactly like someone with a fire
Beautiful.
Mercury.
I'm gonna check one thing. The Bastions, are not, a super well-known name. You recognize them because of your cousins.
I have so many. Which cousins?
The ones that were over in The ones that went up to Korth in Karnath. Because the Bastions do a lot of help with them and maintaining their light rail, their lightning rail.
Okay.
And so they do a lot of that in the area like nearby the Mournland, but closer down to like down in Thrain as well.
What would light rails have to do with any of this? But I would convey this information to you guys that I kind of know this family through cousins that I've kind of met before, but they're all up north. Like way north, on the other side of the Morninglands north. Morninglands, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Do the Bastions have like people in Sharn or in Breland at all, or are they mostly just like a northern group?
I mean, they probably have some people around. It's not necessarily. I mean, it's not necessarily Benjamin Bastion that you specifically recognize. It's just the name
Right.
Bastion and their history with lightning rails. They there's been I mean, since the war ends with the lightning rail situation, like travel has been like is a huge deal across all of Corvair, obviously. Giant
It's weird.
continent, lots of stuff, lightning rails, roads, all kinds of ways to get around. You know that there is a lightning rail that would stretch from Sharn pretty much directly to the Mournlands, and then because of what happened with the Mournland, they've kind of stopped the lightning rail from continuing into that, and they've then rerouted everything up through Thrain, which is how the Bastions have gotten involved in those things. Because then up from Thrain and into Korth, like all around that area, they are they mainly like have control over the lightning rails surrounding the Mournland. Yeah.
Okay. So his might be related to lightning rails. What would lightning rails have to do with his research? There's nothing else on that scrap of paper, just the name?
Just the name Benjamin Bastion, and Blinks and Ares Mercury. I told Lav last night I was talking about that too. I was like, oh my god. And she's a Cancer rising. Of course she's a Cancer rising. And Coda's a Leo rising. Anyway. So...
I hate that does actually make sense to me.
Right?
I hate that.
The
hate
moment
it.
I was like, oh god. Oh god.
Like, oh, okay. Sure.
Blinks in Pisces Mercury. I feel that my Scorpio Mercury sees your watery Mercury.
Anyway.
Everybody can give me an insight check.
I love insight checks.
Kind of see if we can make some connections.
Sarah, that's either really good or really bad.
I know.
Is it a nat 20?
It's a 9.
Coming in hot with a 9.
Beat ya!
Another 44. Goddamn, you're
You're damn
rolling hot,
right.
Alice.
At 23.
Beautiful.
I
I got a
laid.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Murr.
A nasty 20.
Grossest of 20s.
Just a really disgusting 20.
Like, it's been behind the couch a while.
Yeah.
Behind
I'm
the
trying to
couch.
get the other person that lives in
It
this
fell
house with
under
me
the
to
oven.
bring me a drink.
It's been under the
I've
kitty
sent
litter
so
box
many beeps.
like 2 months.
So you guys, Molly, it makes perfect sense that Dolly and Lou are just not making any sort of connection, but
You've been gone a year, it's fair.
Hobrock and Amali,
Yeah, that's why.
you're looking at each other, you're like, lightning rails. What does this have to do with anything else? His underwear drawer was loose. He's been missing for a couple of days. And he has contact for lightning rails near the morning?
Is he going to the fucking morning? Is that why it's fucking foggy? Is because he's in the fucking mist? Oh my fucking god! This is the most you've ever heard Amali swear.
And
Oh!
Rox is not there to hear it.
I'm terrified.
Oh!
Lou is super into this.
Oh, Brock, has he ever told you that he wants to go to the Moorlands?
Hobrock's gonna kind of put his hand up to his face and just be like, well, he talks about that in the cog a lot. So again, I wouldn't think he'd just go by himself because that's
I would so much rather he go into the cogs butt ass naked, tail swinging out, than him go to the Moorlands with a pack of underwear. Oh my god!
Well, if he was naked, that might help him with the heat and the cogs.
You might burn something off that's too important, though. You gotta like really make sure everything's compressed and not loose there.
Compressed.
You just tuck it.
Amanda, I
enough-
did in
enough about
fact
his
just
depression.
clip that
We're worried.
rant.
That's so good.
Remind me when we get off stream to tell everybody a quick story.
I'm like, this man is not real, but I am like terrified for him. My heart is racing. I'm sweating a bit. Oh.
Sad. I'm sad about my imaginary guy.
I'm sad about my
I
imaginary
played
friend.
pretend with my friends last night. Now he's sad.
Sad.
Okay, with this realization, Amali's gonna be like, guys, I have to make a call. I'm gonna step out into the hallway so I'm not in everybody else's business. I'm gonna send another message. I'm gonna cast sending again.
Dolly, I would like to lay halfway in between the doorway. Because this is something that Sarah and Dolly would do drunk.
I'll look for any like books like about the mist or anything like that he's had.
I mean, you see his favorite series, which is like a comic book, like adventures of people who like the crazy shit that happened in the Moorlands. All mostly fictions, but some of it based on like, I survived the morning and I saw these things and like all the people went around and like did a bunch of like, what really happened in the Moorland stories. So he's got a bunch of collections of all kinds of things like that.
Could I look at like the most loved comic book? Like, you know how comic books get if someone like reads them a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Like I want to go for the most loved one, like the one where it's like, bro, he's fallen asleep on that bitch like thrice. Like
least thrice.
At least thrice. You pull out a very well-worn, and it's not a comic book. It's like one of the
graphic novel,
the full series graphic novel. That fuck off, Crookshanks. It is about the Warforged and constructs that survived in the morning. It's like this theory that none of the Warforged were affected by anything that happened in the mists, and they're just like living their life normally inside of the mist in like a pocket that no one can find or something. Like it like that's like the premise of his. It's called The Lord of Blades.
And would I know if that one is like based on truth or?
I mean, there's
Fiction. It's absolute fiction.
I would keep this on me. And I'm still gonna. This means I'm still gonna talk to Tink. So.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what Amali's message is.
Yes. Me too. Oh, Amanda, you got really
get
quiet for a
everything.
second there.
Can I hear him right now?
It's a little better.
Yes, now I can.
Amalia is gonna try to be to take out as much fear and panic in her voice as possible. So I'm just gonna say,
Good luck.
I don't want to have to count, but I'll have to. Professor Calderon, did you by chance go to the moorland, or are you traveling near the moorland? I'm not upset, just worried. I didn't know, so.
I'm not mad, just
not
disappointed.
I'm not disappointed yet. I'm just worried.
The response that you get is incredibly garbled. To the point that it is almost completely like unable, like you can't really make out much of it. You hear, yes, found a friend. Took just a quick trip, should be fine. That's all that you get.
As a friend you shouldn't trust to take you to a secondary location, like.
So, like, I don't know if we've gotten to the point where magical testing has been done on the moorland, but have we found that, like, there's, I don't know, magical interference when somebody goes into the mist?
There
Like,
have been people who, like, adventurers who've, like, got higher level adventurers who've, like, gone in and out, like, specifically looking for, like, artifacts that were left behind, like, being hired by families who left things behind, in that to try to, like, see what was going on. There have been there's a lot of arcane interference in a lot of ways. A lot of weird shit happens in the morning.
Okay, after that call, I'm gonna collect myself again. After another fresh wave of fear and panic. And then I'm going to attempt to reach out to Raksha via this crystal magic ceremony that we went through. It's very new, so I'm going to do my best. And I'm just gonna say, Raksha, I think the professor may have tried to go to the moorland with a questionable friend. I'm worried. And then I'll just stop there and wait for his reply.
It takes a minute,
Totally.
and you hear Raksha from the other side. Okay.
He was kind of in the
where
middle
are
of
you
something.
guys?
We're at the professor's apartment. Are lightning rails closed now? Like, do they have regular business hours, or is there like a midnight train kind of thing?
Is it the subway?
It's a fucking light
On a midnight train in the morning, going back to find my little dragon friend. I should have never let Lou get a line into your head.
They do Maybe go into player's guide and hit the button on the post. Maybe. Anyway, I forgot the question. What were we doing?
Are the lightning rails something that runs all
Right.
night? Like, is this a thing where we
It
can,
does.
like,
It
run
has
to them
a
now?
schedule. There are like late night trains. Sharn is one of the biggest cities. It is the biggest city in all of Corvair and is a very huge trade port.
And
So
still not the capital of this.
nope. Right by it though. There is something to show
Like
here. Don't
Fremont.
mind me. Yeah. We're kind of like Lincoln. Omaha should be the capital.
It was at one point.
Oh yeah.
But they moved it to Lincoln
Absolutely
and then
should
just
be.
said, fuck it, we're leaving it there. And I don't
'Cause
think
we're
they...
stupid.
Rote was bigger than Sharn originally. And then Sharn kept going up.
And then
And-
the Decanids arrived.
And then the Decanus arrived and all hell broke
Sorry.
loose. Not all hell broke loose, just lots of fun stuff happened.
It was a very orderly breaking loose
It's a
of
very
hell.
orderly situation.
Hell was distributed.
Hell was evenly distributed amongst...
Exactly.
Say what you want about hell. It knows about equity.
Should we go to the lightning rail station and ask them if they've seen an absent-minded dragonborn professor boarding a train with a questionable friend?
You're just gonna hear Lou at volume 12 scream into the interconnected thought network.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to stop for snacks, or else he's not gonna shut up.
Aggressive head nodding returns.
How
Been
long?
through this a couple times.
How long would it take Raksha to get to the apartment?
Or we could meet you at the lightning rail station if that's closer.
The apartment would be closer.
Oh, never mind.
That's like 15, 20 minutes. Walking.
So instead of walking, Raksha's gonna turn into a bird, burn a wild shape, and you guys, like out the window of Calderon's
What kind
apartment.
of bird?
Wait, isn't he in the basement though?
He is.
Is there an egress?
There is an egress. It has to be. It has to legally count as a bird.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
but this is like
Fire
a shitty
safety.
college apartment. I wasn't sure if they were following.
Yeah, they did still have to follow that. And then the
Um,
Fire Nation attacked.
Probably a giant eagle.
Thank you.
So through the egress, you guys see a giant eagle lands
Thunk.
next to it and just kind of flops its head down right next to the egress. And this is the absolute sleepiest bird you have ever seen in your lives.
They're just gonna point and say, "Bird,
Lift up the window. Oh god.
Birdie, birdie.
Fucking pain
birdie?
shut.
birdie."
You
Tiger.
push it up, and as the bird starts to slide into the apartment through the window, it just turns back into Raksha, and
I
he
got
just
you, buddy.
flops.
It's bird head, and then the rest of the human body follows in.
Yes.
Slinky boy.
I'm so sorry. I would not bug you.
I'm not.
If I wasn't worried.
Molly's hardcore now. She doesn't care about people's sleep. She's got piercings. She cursed.
At Lou saying she cursed, Raksha's gonna sit up a little bit now.
In my
And I
arms.
missed it?
I'm
Like a lot.
I'm so sorry.
Molly.
I'm so
I
proud
felt
of
like the
her.
situation called for it, okay?
Molly,
F word a lot.
I'm so sad that you chose to do that when I wasn't around, but I understand.
Listen,
Do you want a
chose not to
reenactment?
follow, which is totally understandable because it was your wedding day, and I'm so sorry for taking space on a day that
Your
should have been
actions
just
have
devoted to you.
consequences, though.
I'm so
It's
it'll
alright.
happen again, I'm sure.
Lou aggressively nods and then stops nodding because he realizes he should probably shut the fuck up.
As I set Raksha down, I'll just be like, it will probably happen again because I think that this poor man is being dragged along by a bad person who's taking him to the Moorland, and it is not good. I don't have
bad.
a good feeling about this. Everybody's got a story of where were you when the mist happened, and you shouldn't be in it. I can tell you that much.
Well, let's do this. For now, why don't you guys come back to Overlook with me? We'll get some sleep, because Dolly and Lou clearly need it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit upset that I'm awake. We'll go rest up,
Aggressive head
and
shaking
then
in the
in the
other
morning
direction.
we can talk to Shahara or Nix or whoever and see if they know anything more about the Moorland, and we'll get there tomorrow.
Nope.
Can't hear you, Peach.
Dang it, Amanda, your mic is killing me tonight. It's
What the
so quiet
fuck?
and it keeps going silent randomly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I was just saying you're right, because like it's not good to panic now in the middle of the night. You gotta get rest and get supplies. 'Cause I think
Disagree, but fine.
Obrock agrees.
So
Hush.
So Raksha's, he kind of steps back a little bit and he's like, I don't know about you guys, I don't really feel like walking up there.
pick him up.
He looks up at you and he thanks you and then kind of wriggles out. And he puts his hands out to the sides, and you see him start to kind of glow with this like green gold light, and materializing seemingly out of thin air are these two big like fey looking elk, like flowers on the antlers and shit, and just all sorts of fun colors. And he motions to you guys to hop onto the fancy deer.
Outside. They are outside of the apartment.
Yes.
They would not fit inside of the apartment. You guys got left.
Yeah, we have to go up the egress.
Yeah.
Yes, they're very much. Why did I cast that so high? That's dumb.
You didn't need to.
You have a long rest.
You can change it.
Well,
that's so much better than my response was, which my reactive response was because you're fucking stupid. I'm so sorry.
I love you guys.
You remember when this was a safe
I love you
space?
so
Do you
much.
remember when it was a safe space?
Well, there's no reason for me to cast Conjure Woodland Beings
at 9th level?
At 8th level.
You need to do that, bud.
You don't get anything
You
else for
dumb
upcasting
You
it.
don't. Not at all. Not even a little
Yes.
bit.
Okay.
But yeah, two fancy
okay.
deer show up for you guys to hop onto the back of, so we can all just like go up there quickly and not have to do much work.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say one of those elk heads takes Raksha, Dolly, and Lou up to Overlook, where Dolly and Lou do have a place to stay in the commune. Amali and Hobrock are taken on the other elk down to nearby where they live, because you know you live there, so you could just go home.
Mm-hmm. Dolly and Lou had
that's-
to go live in hell.
Yeah, weird, huh? Well, before that, they were living in a hotel, so
I mean, so was I.
I got
burlesque
drunk and then I
hotel?
got to ride one of my best friends, and now I get to ride a magic elk. You ain't bringing me down.
There's
This is a great
there's
night.
No bad night. And we're gonna
This
go
is a
ahead
great night.
and end that session there with everybody getting their long rest after the wedding.
Hell yeah. I needed that because I burned both of my wild shapes.
I knew that.
Shag
Yeah.
ass.
I would have said that you had gotten a short rest between when they left and when you got woken up, so you could have gotten your wild shapes back then too. But you do get a long rest still. So yeah, we're gonna stop there, and then we'll be back with we'll pick up right there next week. We'll pick up probably the next morning. Getting our lives together, and I guess we're going on a road trip.
Road trip.
Fuck, it sounds like it.
Go.
Absolute vibes.
Snacks.
Couple of housekeeping things. We will not be streaming on Monday, so Corvus will be pushed back. However, Tuesday and Wednesday, we do have streams. We've got the second installment of the Dark Carnival on the 5th, and then we will be back in Sharn on the 6th.
Featuring Birds Living in a Nest and Kodamags.
Yes.
Carnival.
Yay!
Yes, Birds Live in a Nest and Kodamags have joined our fun little gang for a little 3-part series. So hang out for that. Go check us out on YouTube. We'll put the socials up. I updated the Discord link, so the Discord link works now. And yeah, just come hang out with us, because the fact that you guys do means that we get to keep doing what we love to do. So we love you. There's not a good goddamn thing we can do about it.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Also coffee.
Check out King's
Sorry,
Coast Coffee.
King's Coast Coffee.
Promo code Amateur Hour gets you 10% off.
And it's really good.
Sip, sip, bitch.
Sip,
The
sip.
coffee
It is
is
very
dope.
good. It is very good.
Yes.
Anyway, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.